All right. What's going on, man? Back with another motivational video. And as I told you all, I'm coming back with one for the ladies. My last motivational video was for the men, man, to give a little insight now. We coming back with a word to the ladies, man. So to keep Lord Jesus, to keep heat, but what am I saying? To keep it completely 100 and to keep completely honest. Right now, in the times that we're living in, I honestly feel that our women are the ones being attacked the most at this time right now. There is so much that is being done to try to belittle the image, to try to just influence women to do just so much that is not needed, man. Especially the United States. I don't know everywhere else, man. I'm just in the western part, man. But the United States, man, it is seeming to be rough for the women out here. The men had to run and they had the times, but now it seems as if everything seems as if been attacking the women, making it harder for the women. So to start off, I'm gonna talk about the being comfortable with who you are thing. So in the western part of the world, like I said, I'm in the United States, man, you got a lot of women out here that are very big on getting the BBLs and putting the weaves in and the makeups and different things like that. And by all means, there is no issue with that. Oh my God, I just knocked my mouse down. There is no issue with that, ladies. You do what you feel to feel comfortable. But at the end of the day, a lot of you are not doing this because it's what you want to do. You are out here putting a lot of these things on because of what someone else told you. And now you out here feeling bad about yourself, trying to make exponential changes to yourself, expensive changes to yourself because of what somebody else thinks. Now, mind you, as I said before, we are social beings. So we do have to communicate with others. But as I said, also in a past motivational video, you take what everybody say with a grain of salt and you implement it into your life as just. You don't take what somebody say, oh, you this and you that, and you take it and you let it beat you up. And you out here trying to live an image that really is not you. At all times, you must always be comfortable in your skin. So it's a lot of times, like if you watch if you follow me on my Instagram, it's a lot of videos that I'm going to be completely honest with you. I do not agree with the big change in your image and all the plastic surgery and all this other stuff because I'm going to be real with you, man. I believe that there's always going to be somebody for somebody out there. You don't have to do much changes. When you start changing, you're trying to change yourself for other people. And there's going to be somebody out there that guaranteed is going to love you for who you are. Ladies, all the weed, BBLs and stuff, man. But at the end of the day, man, you got to realize all this stuff that you are doing to your body, what is going to happen to you when you're getting older, especially with the BBL situation. I'm just being completely honest with you. It ain't no shame. Like I said, it ain't no disrespect. It ain't for you to come cussing me out. I'm just keeping it completely honest with you. Eventually, our bodies all do begin to get older and withers away. So what are you going to do when you can't continue to keep up? And a lot of things, let me be real with you. A lot of you that's doing these changes to your body, you got to realize that you still have to stay in shape. You still have to eat the right things and make sure you're doing the right things to your body to maintain these changes that you are doing to your body. So at the end of the day, what are you going to do when you get to a point where you do get older and that stuff will catch up to you, man, just like eating a lot. Ladies, you must be comfortable with who you are at all times, man. It's okay to make some changes and everything else, but to really go through a surgery and artificially change your body after the man above made you how he made you, I don't know. I don't know, man. Like I said, it's to each his own. This is just my opinion, but I love to see people in their natural aura, man. Like, it's just how I am, man. Like, makeup. In my eyes, I feel like makeup can be deceitful to the eyes, man. Yes, makeup can come out, and it has some of you ladies. You beat yourself up. I guess that's what the comment. I'm not literally saying you beat yourself up, but that's what they say when they beat your face. I guess when you put a makeup on and gorgeous, but at the same time, you have to really think about it. That it's really a deceptive maneuver. Like at the end of the day, for that person that you're trying to be with, that person does not know the real you. Yes, you look amazing, but at the end of the day, that person you go home with, do you know if they're going to accept you afterwards once everything comes off? That's just a big question that you really got to think of. So that's another problem that's going to lead in the future. Yeah, you making yourself feel good now, but once you find somebody that you really care for, what is going to happen once you actually remove all of the cosmetics and the person actually sees you for who you are, really? Deep. Like I said, there ain't no bash and makeup and everything else, but if you want me to be completely honest with you, a little history lesson. If you go back into history during the Egyptian era, the main people that wore like makeup and different things were like witches and like what they call them, like them, I'm gonna just say witches and like people like that, because they didn't have the best skin, so they tried to hide their skin and the fact that they were witches and they had these blemishes and stuff from, you know, people in the that they were trying to basically deceive and basically put curses on and everything else. So they would put all this makeup on, make themselves look very good and different things like that. So I just say, ladies, just, you know the history of where the makeup comes from. Also, like I said, I go deep when it comes into it, and it ain't not the bash, neither you. But like I said, I just want you all to know that be comfortable in your own skin, man. You all shaving your eyebrows and coloring, like, you don't need to, man. You don't need to, man. You are beautiful the way you are. Believe that. Now, another thing that I want to target. This is a sensitive topic because I know a lot of people feel for this, but I just got to keep it honest because this is what I tell my family, even my closest ones. Anyone that's close to me know that I say this all the time. Over here on the western part, we have some positive movements when it comes to the ladies and being comfortable in your own skin. Now, there is a certain limit. Like I always say, there is a limit to everything. Now, when I speak about this, please do not bash me across the head. I'm just making a point, and just hear me out. When I get to the end, you'll hear me. Now, over here in the U.S., we have a little issue with obesity. Us being one of the #1 countries with the issue and everything like that. So, as I said again, I don't want to be a hypocrite because I did say be comfortable in your own skin. But as in, matter of fact, I just did a BTS video. If you go and tune into it, I did a BTS reaction video, chapter 12. They even spoke about it in the video about them, trying to go on strict diets, not to gain certain weight. Like, it's different over in Korea. Like, they're trying not to gain weight. So they're putting themselves through strict diets and different things like that. And in the video, it was telling them, like, bro, it is okay to be a little thick and different things like that. And even in the video, it said that as long as it's not compromising your health. So that goes back to what I was saying over here. Be comfortable with who you are. But there is also a limit. Do not let social media hype you up into thinking that being super overweight is just good for you. Yes, you can look as good as you want to. I've seen gorgeous over, plus size women. That is cool. You can still be gorgeous, but at the end of the day, my big thing is about health. As I tell my wife, as I tell my friends, end of the day, the body is not meant to take on that much weight. And I'm only speaking scientifically right now. This is literally proven fact. The body is not meant to take on that much weight because it starts to press on the other organs, the heart, and that's why it leads to more chances of heart failure, diseases, what they call it, diabetes, different things like that. The body is literally not meant to take on that much weight. So to be completely honest with you, yes, you must maintain your body and everything else like that and be comfortable in your skin. But there is just a limit. I'm sorry, ladies, and this is just motivation. Just think about it. If you really got to think hard about if something, think about, okay, put it like this. If your kids or something, if you have kids and you was to have a situation to go on, and you already had to put yourself in a fight or flight situation and really just save yourself for the kids, if you find yourself running a few steps and you find yourself out of breath, at that point is when I say you just got to think about the size. And this is no jokes. This is all honesty. A lot of people probably may laugh and everything, but I'm being completely honest with you. If you run 10 steps and you find yourself gasping for air, at that point, you really just got to think about the restriction that you put on your life just because you are trying to live in something that you feel is comfortable. But at the same time, you have to realize that you have to maintain your health. To the point where you're gaining too much weight, it literally can compromise your health. So at the end of the day, I tell people, I'm all about self-care, mental awareness, and different things like that. So once you start gaining too much weight, a lot of people don't know, but it also plays on the mental health. Look up everything that I'm saying, man. It plays on the mental health, man. It plays on the mental health. It really does, man. And if you have kids, you are going to influence the individuals that you're around to maybe possibly be the same size. And like I said, it is no problem. If you comfortable, that's cool. But I'm literally speaking on a health aspect. Women, I see you uplift other women. Hey, be comfortable in your own skin. Be comfortable. But I'm just being real with you. Even with men, you cannot be a certain size because the body does not account for it. Think about it. The body is you're only supposed to take in a certain amount of calories. So when you become a certain size and you have to eat more to maintain that size, think about it. You're already eating more calories than the body is supposed to take in. So just keeping it real, man. Be comfortable, but also be real with yourself also. Ladies, love yourself for who you are, but do not take it too far, because everyone can take something too far. You may start to believe in yourself a little too much. And yes, it's real. You can believe in yourself a little too much. Anything too much can be a bad thing. Another thing, ladies, stop trying to be like every Instagram model that you see. That adds on to stress. And a lot of times people don't realize when you're stressed, it's a lot of people that stress eats. So, or it's a lot of people that just may not eat at all. But because of the fact is, if you're trying to maintain a certain image, that plays a certain amount to your stress too. You go online and you see these ladies that's the Instagram models and they look like they're living their lives. I'm sorry, but if you see, it's a lot of stories of a lot of these things are fabricated, man. A lot of these ladies are not living the lives that you think they are. They're not living as clean as they think you are. So you all are trying to push an image, man, and stressing you all selves out. You're stressing yourselves out trying to maintain an image as the next person. And I'm going to keep it real. Think about it. If you're constantly trying to be like the next person, if you're trying to do what the next person is doing, you're trying to wear all the weave, you're trying to wear all the makeup, you're trying to do everything the next person is doing, how does that make anybody different? If you're doing everything that the next person is doing, you are now average. But all of you want to be considered bad and models. But if you put yourself in the same category as everyone else, realistically speaking, you now become average because there is nothing different between none of you. You see the same thing, BBLs, makeup, weave, same attitude. It now becomes the normal of society. So now people start looking for things outside. So I be watching a lot of the YouTube videos of why men are not attracted to women and stuff like that. And I've seen a lot of videos like this. It's because of the fact is men want something out of the ordinary. People just want something out of the ordinary. So when something becomes a normal, think about it. People don't really want that normal. A lot of people do go to that. But a lot of people look for that outside, thinking outside the box. They want to see something different. So now people are leading to more thinking outside the box things. So once everybody becomes the same, they follow the same narrative. People start looking for different things. They start looking for that more innocent girl that don't talk that much, the one that sits by herself, or the one that plays video games and stuff like that, because they're looking for something different. They don't want to look as if they're the same as the rest of the world. Just think about what I'm saying. Another thing, and we're going to end it off with this, man. Ladies, I go to a lot of restaurants myself, and I see a lot of ladies at tables, 6 deep, 8 deep, all, having a good time. Mind you, there's no problem. But a lot of times, I don't try to pay attention to conversations, but if you pay attention, you see a lot of times like that. A lot of them do have a certain energy when it comes to men, and I got to keep it honest with you. I mean, all men ain't good. Some men are shit. I will be honest with you. Like, I got to keep it real. But at the end of the day, what I will say, and listen to me clearly, because I think I said this multiple times. You must live your life and learn to live your life for what you want and not what somebody else created you to be. Never let another person's wound become another person's scar. Never let another person's wound become another person's scar. Somebody may hurt you in the past, but it may be somebody that may be trying to hold your hand to help guide you through that pain. But because you holding on to that wound from what somebody else has caused you, you're now letting that scar be shown to everyone else, man. Creating this big ass wall that may be keeping a blessing that may be coming to you. It may be easier said than done, but you cannot allow these ignorant MFers from your past affect your future, man. And I'm one of the individuals that went through that, man. I used to let not just my exes, but just past events affect my future, man, and just make me scared to just take chances. But at the end of the day, man, you got to realize that scared money don't make no money. And it don't just go to a money thing, man. I just mean that's just life in general. You can't be scared to step out there, man, and really just try to do things. Yeah, you may have been hurt, but if you stay bottled up in that shell forever, man, how are you really going to be able to live life? You cannot allow that person's past to affect your future, man, because you may just keep that blessing from yourself, man. Just keeping it real. Ladies, you are beautiful the way that you are, but just understand that there is a limit to it. Also, you can be beautiful, but your attitude can take away from their beauty. So just think about the way that you act sometimes. That's why I said another thing. I know a lot of these attitudes can come from a lot of these women that probably were mistreated before and everything like that. But at the end of the day, you got to realize it's a two-way road. You may say that all men ain't shit, but at the end of the day, do you really want to put yourself in a boat for it to be flipped around for women to be in the same boat? Because now you're letting somebody else's trauma affect you, and now you're being the asshole. Somebody come up to you, hey, how you doing, beautiful? Like, dang. If you ain't realized in today's time, it really does seem like the narratives are being changed. It really seems like it's a lot of the men out here that are really looking for good women. And I really don't understand life right now. It's a lot of confusion right now. So I don't know, man. So at the end of the day, man, it's all about balance, man. Understand you. Love yourself for who you are, but do not take it too far. That's it, man. Be comfortable in your own skin. You don't have to do all these changes, these life-threatening surgeries. Because at the end of the day, you get older and you're unable to keep up with everything that you're doing to your body once you become a certain age. So just think about that. Think about that, man. The stuff that you do to your body, just think about how it affects you in the future, man. Makeup, body transplants, all of that. Lipos, all of that. Just think about it. What can it really do to your future? Not all of it's bad. Not all of it is bad, but I just really want women to be comfortable in your skin. Love yourself. That's it. Even with my clothing line, man, I am now going to be introducing a women's brand. And as I said, my clothing brand is to uplift, and for everyone to be comfortable with who they are. This is what I speak. I'm not new to this, man. I'm true to this. Like, I really want people to really be comfortable, man, and just live a comfortable life, because life is really hard, man. Life is really hard. So do not make it harder for yourself trying to live an image that is not you. Much love to you ladies, man. Yeah, as you know, I love you all. Thank you for tuning in, man. Take heed to what I say. This is not to bash anyone. This is just to merely give insight. I want you all to reach and be the best that you can be, man. The only limit is the stars, man. And you may be able to reach past them. So you never know. Stay blessed, never stressed, man. We out. Love you all.